So I'm not in my normal studio space today because I am actually sitting in the back seat of my Tesla Model Y long range, and I'm trying this out as kind of a mobile studio setup when I just want to get out of my house, out of my normal studio, and just kind of work wherever I happen to be. The Tesla Model Y actually has a lot of interior space, and I actually put the front seat into its own driver profile just called Studio. Basically all that is the front seat on the left side, the driver's side, is adjusted so that it is all the way up to the front pretty much, and I have a lot of leg room back here. Plenty of space to actually just have my laptop on my lap. And one thing I actually love about this is if you look above me, you get this beautiful view, and it's actually a pretty cloudy day today here in Texas, but you get this really nice kind of spacious view of the outside world. That's really unique and makes me feel like this car is actually kind of like almost like a tiny house in a way. I mean, obviously there's no bathroom in here. I guess I could get a water bottle or something if I really needed that. For just coming out here and just working on stuff and, you know, just getting a different perspective, literally, and just like a fresh like brain recharge sitting in a different space. This is actually really fun. And you could do this, of course, in any car, but I think the Tesla is actually an amazing way to do this kind of mobile car office setup because number one, the Tesla is of course using electricity, so you can just charge your car and actually use electricity to power on the air conditioner and to charge your devices using the USB-C. Of course, as long as your car is charged, you know, as much as you need to, so you don't get stranded in the middle of nowhere. That's another concern of course, is like, how are you going to connect your devices to some type of mobile connection? The easy solution to that is, of course, to have Wi-Fi if you're like sitting outside of your house like I am right now. And if you have a really nice tethering plan from your phone, you can connect your laptop, iPad, etc. to your phone, and then you have a mobile studio that has fully connected, you know, 5G connectivity, which is really cool. And of course, since the Tesla is an electric car, it's using electricity, no gas, so I don't have that guilt of just like idling in my car with the air conditioner running and that kind of thing. The Tesla is actually running right now. I'm using a camp mode, which is kind of like the overnight, you know, mode for leaving the air conditioner, that kind of thing on, so you don't like suffocate in the middle of your sleep if you're camping in your Tesla. But why not use camp mode also as like a studio mode for your Tesla, so you can go out and kind of do some work in your car. And another advantage of the Tesla is these seats are really comfortable, even here in the back. Like the front seats are especially comfortable. It's like two recliners. In my experience, these two chairs in the front are the most comfortable car chairs I've ever personally used, and the back seat is a little more firm. I would say it's a little harder than the front seats, but I actually think the back seats are pretty comfortable as well. And there's this lever back here where you can actually recline or tilt back the seats, and that goes for the right side or the left side, and that uses a motor, so it's really easy to kind of go back and forth. And also down here in the back seat you get climate control, so you can adjust this stuff, and using camp mode it'll actually put rear vents on as well, so you know, I don't feel like the air in here is gross or anything. And also there's two USB-C ports, so I could charge my laptop, which fits really snugly right here in one of these you know, behind the seat compartments here. This is my MacBook Pro 14-inch, and yeah, it fits in there really easily. It's a little hard to get out with just one hand, so I'm not going to try to do that, but I do like that I can charge that with this USB-C charger here. I can also charge my phone and iPad and stuff here, but keep in mind that if you're using something like the MacBook Pro 14-inch like over here, it'll charge it, it'll keep it charged, but it won't be the fastest charge in the world. I'm not sure exactly what these USB-C ports are rated at in terms of amps and that kind of thing. Just keep in mind that plugging anything into the chargers and using the AC, everything's going to use up some of the battery in your Tesla. So when it comes to battery life, how much strain does doing this kind of mobile office in your Tesla actually put on your car's battery? So I started this experiment out at about 153 miles, and it was at about 11:30, and I've had the AC set to 67. So camp mode is kind of cool because it'll actually keep all your air conditioning controls on. You can use all of the like wireless charging and the USB-C chargers and stuff in the console. So yeah, my temperature is 67, and then I have the fan set to 1. And this actually will blow out of the back vents as well back here. So it's pretty moderate out today, 81 degrees, but in a really hot Texas sun, I might have to crank that a little higher. higher, that would use a little more battery. So anyway, the battery started at 153 and now it's down to 147 after almost about an hour and a half. And also I have been charging my MacBook Pro back there. So yeah, after about an hour and a half, it went down about 6 miles overall. So again, you definitely want to make sure that if you're doing this mobile studio kind of thing in your car, that you have plenty of charge in there, at least about 6 or 7 miles per hour, using kind of bare minimum AC camp mode type of settings. I also do like Zoom meetings and stuff out in my car because it gives me a little more like privacy, which is really nice. I can kind of be really loud in the Tesla if I want. I can talk, I can sing in here. It's a private little studio space, which is kind of cool. But you might hear that the audio, like if you're going to be recording audio like for vocals, for music or something, you can totally do that in the Tesla. But there are kind of weird acoustics in here, I must say. Like you might be able to hear it, but there is a tiny bit of reverberation in here, and there's almost like this weird kind of stifled audio quality when you're talking and stuff. I don't know, it's really hard to explain. It's bouncing around a little bit, but it's also a really short reverberation from your voice, and it may be due to a lot of the fabrics and plastics and stuff being synthetic, like all this like vegan leather type of material and stuff. But what's really nice about this Tesla Model Y in particular is it has double paned glass, and that was something that was introduced, I believe, in the 2021 model, which is what this one is. But the double pane glass actually blocks out a lot of the sound from outside, so a lot of wind noises, a lot of even road noises and stuff. Like it's pretty quiet in this interior when you're not driving. When you are driving, you do hear a lot of road noise and that kind of thing, but when you're just sitting here idling, like, you know, in a studio mode kind of thing, it's really quiet. I can barely hear anything outside. And of course that depends on what environment you're in. So if you're in like a city and you're gonna hear like a lot of street sounds and fire trucks and that kind of thing, but I'm in a pretty quiet neighborhood right here, and that's what's really cool about having a mobile studio kind of setup, is if it gets loud right here, I can just drive over to another location, you know, drive to the middle of a park or something, and then be surrounded by nature. You can look up through this beautiful glass roof and see, you know, trees and birds and stuff while you work. And that's one of the cool things about the mobile studio in a Tesla thing as well, is you can actually sit at a supercharger or pretty much any charger, and you can charge your car and work at the same time, or just, you know, you don't have to work, but you can just do whatever you want in your car while it charges. You can watch Netflix or whatever on the screen, and then you can charge your car and power all your devices, your laptop, your phone, etc., using your car. And your car is basically a giant mobile studio battery thing. And I don't know, I think this is really cool, but let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you have any questions about this setup, or have you actually tried doing a studio space in your Tesla or in your car, let me know down in the comments. I love to see y'all down there. Be sure to smash the like button and subscribe down below if you're not already. Also add me on social media at B3NAQUA. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.